beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I'm so happy to see you today. I hope that you are doing well today, and I hope that you and your loved ones are taking care of the best that you can. I hope that you got a good sleep, that you're spending a little bit of time for yourself every day, whether that's stewing over a cup of coffee and just letting your thoughts kind of wander, or spending some time on that crochet project, or whatever it is that is going to bring you a little bit of peace, a little bit of joy, and a little bit of you time. I hope you are making time for that because it is incredibly important. You are incredibly important. So I hope that you remember that, and I hope that you will make sure to carve out some time for yourself today. I am working on planning for the state fair. Yeah, you heard that right, guys. The state fair. So if you have been around for a little bit, you will remember that last year I entered my local county fair, and I live in Texas, so I live in a very large county, but it happens that the county fair actually is fairly local. So I won a lot of prizes, and by prizes I mean ribbons, because it's not prizes, it's ribbon prizes, which I was totally happy with. I was very, very excited about that. I went into it with kind of no expectations, but a lot of hope and excitement, and I just really wanted to have some something to show, I guess, for all of my hard work. Like I was saying last year, I am not used to just being good at something, and something awardable, something that's so tangible, I guess. And so it's been a really, really fun experience and a really fun journey to find something that I feel is kind of my calling, kind of my passion, that I'm actually really good at. And to have that validation of going in and entering contests and winning, it was just a huge boost to my confidence, and I really needed that boost to my confidence. And I still am just super, super proud of that. That's one of the proudest things that I have done. So this year I was thinking, well, why not take it to the next step, and why not take it to the next step and challenge myself to the state fair, see what I can do on a larger scale. Now this I don't expect to go in and just clean shop with. There's going to be a lot of competition. I've been looking into it and working on plans, and this is going to be, it's the state of Texas fair. And if you're wondering, they accept mail-in entries, and that is the reason that I'm able to enter. I'm pretty sure the entries drop-off location is 5 hours from me, so I'm very grateful for the fact that I can mail them. But I am working on those plans, and I'm just hoping to possibly win even one award. I definitely don't expect to win an award on everything that I enter. Like I said, when I entered the county fair, I won an award on everything I entered, and I just did a really, really good job. I got basically first place on everything, and I won 3 of the big outstanding prizes, or the best of show prizes, ribbons, how they have the bigger ones with the circle things, and that was so cool and so exciting. But I want to continue to challenge myself and do something harder. So I know that the chances of me actually getting a ribbon on a state level are a lot smaller, and the competition is going to be a lot harder, but I'm really excited for that. I'm excited to challenge myself, and if I can win something, it's going to be a state ribbon. So I feel the sports inclined kids who when they go to states, I feel like that. I was in band in school, so I do know a little bit about those types of things, but I wasn't great at band. I was just meh. So it's just really fun and exciting, and I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. So I wanted to include you guys in the process and fill you in on what my plans are. Basically, I spent the other night just like hours and hours and hours pouring through the website. All of the info, the registrations are open now. They have like their huge PDF that you can download with all of the rules and all of the categories. Overall, there are 1,000 and something categories, you know, when you count underneath the umbrella categories, like all of the categories, there are over 1,000. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I was going through there and seeing which all categories could possibly apply to myself. And I came up with, let's see, let me go back to my first page of notes here. And I am using my Just a Girl Who Loves Gnomes notebook. And this was from Jeanette or Janet. I still don't know if it's Jeanette or Janet. It's probably Janet, but my like extra personality self is like Jeanette. But I was thinking of her as I was using this and wondering how she was doing, and she's in the middle of doing a move. You guys may have seen her comment that she's been busy with her move, but she's hoping to be back soon, so I'm very happy to hear that she's doing good. Anyway, so this is for the Texas State Fair of 2023. So I have it's the Creative Arts and Crafts, well, Creative Arts and Arts and Crafts, I think it's called, is the like name of the whole thing. So I can enter a max of 6 categories, 1 entry per category. So, it's $5 an entry, which is actually cheaper than my county fair was. It was $7 an entry for my county fair. So I can have 6. All right. So I wrote down some of the categories that I thought I might enter, which was dolls, which I have to, it says a stand is required for proper display. I'm still not 100% sure if that means that it's required for like all of them, or if it's required for proper display. Like if you need a stand, cause like for my crochet, I won't necessarily need a stand, but I might try to figure out some kind of a stand anyways, just cause I want to make sure that I like follow the rules to the T. So the section in dolls it says collectibles and collectible and handcrafted dolls, bears and animals, doll houses and miniatures. And then there were like a bunch of categories under that. Like I said, that's like the umbrella category. The 2 that I thought that I might enter under that are bears, which are naked bears, and dressed bears, which are dressed bears. So I was like, okay, those 2 categories I might enter. There were, like it said, animals, but that specifically said not crocheted, for the description in that category, because they do have a crochet category. It was really cool seeing how this was laid out, because if you guys remember last year for my fair, entries, they didn't have a crochet category. They didn't have a lot of things set up the way that I had heard you guys talking about, and had heard Llama Mama Kayla talking about, because she was doing fair stuff, and that was what really like stoked my like interest, or piked my interest. I'd actually never like, I didn't know you could enter crochet stuff at a fair. I'd never done like fairs before. So finding out all that was like super exciting for me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is definitely something I have to do. But my local fair was just set up really strangely with the categories and stuff. A lot of you guys were like, what the heck? So it was really nice that they actually have like a crochet category and stuff. Okay, so those were 2 categories that I was thinking might apply, that I might enter. And then there's a category, umbrella category, called Holiday Corner. In the Holiday Corner, it says hooks, wire, or brackets must be on all hanging items. I wrote notes down of things that I thought were important. And it says pipe cleaner doesn't count. So if you're doing a hook or whatever, you got to make sure it's not pipe cleaner. This is seasonal and holiday decorations. And then I printed out page 28 because the Holiday Corner, I could enter any of those things if I wanted to. So I wanted to print it out and kind of go through it with a highlighter, mark which ones I was interested in, and all that. I'll get to that in a minute. Then the next category that I thought I would definitely obviously be interested in is needlework and sewing. There is crochet, knitting, bobbin lace, smocking, and sewing. I thought that said smacking for a minute in my handwriting. And you are not allowed to use glue on crochet entries. So that is actually something I'm really glad that I read the fine print, because that actually does affect what I can enter that I've made, because sometimes I do glue on things, like say I'm adding a lot of flowers or something, I might glue some flowers on. Like sometimes some details are just easier to glue on, and they're not for children or anything, so like I can glue on things to my stuff if I want to. They're mine, unless I'm making them, obviously, with the intention of them possibly being for children. So that's like something good to know. Also, as far as like a hanging item, like my wreath that I made last year that I entered into my local fair, I did hot glue some of the stuff, like a lot of stuff, onto that. You can't tell looking at it, but like obviously that's the rule, so I would want to make sure that I did not have hot glue in the project that I enter. So I'm really glad that I checked that out. I also printed the page for needlework and sewing, because I could enter any of those categories too, and I needed to narrow it down. And then I did think the last category, blanket category, was Afghans, rugs, quilts, and bedspreads. All Afghans must be blocked for that one as part of the rules that I wrote down. And then I just wrote down the size measurements for like large Afghans and small Afghans and infant and toddler Afghans, and then rugs. And then after like thinking through things, I X'd through that whole section that I added and was like, I don't think I'm going to enter anything like that. Those aren't like my area of expertise or interest as much, so it's just probably not my thing and not where I would want to focus for this year. You know, going forward in the future, I obviously will continue to want to challenge myself and probably branch out a little bit, but for now I want to stick with my like special interests in crochet. So I also wrote down the schedule. So the contest guide has been up for a couple of months. The online registration opened on the 10th this month. The registration deadline for registering is July 24th. Mail-in entries also have to be received by July 24th. If you're dropping them off in person, it's actually in August. But for mail-in entries, the registration deadline is the same for the mail arrival deadline. So I have to do a copy of my registration information and return postage when I send in my entries. I wrote down the addresses. The winners will be announced on August 23rd and August 30th through September 1st. Non-winning pickups, October 25th through 27th, which is post-fair. Winners can pick up their stuff, and I'm assuming that they'll mail out the things at those same times. So if I do win anything, I think I should be able to find out online pretty easily on August 23rd. And then, like I said, if I do win anything, they're going to hang on to it for another couple of months because they keep it till the end of October. So that's all the like detail stuff. And now I've been working on trying to figure out what I want to enter. So this is the like categories. I'll kind of try to focus this for you guys so you can look at it if you are interested, if you just were curious what type of categories. So there is no best in show for the crochet stuff. No glued items. Wanted to make sure I remembered that. But here is this. I don't know why they don't have a best in show for this category. That's kind of a bummer. But here is kind of an example of the stuff. There is one more page for that one, but it just has on it ponchos and shawls and stoles. And then the other one is the holiday corner. So kind of give you a second. If you want to pause on these screens, you can, if you're just kind of curious what kind of categories I'm looking at. I'm really excited about these because there's a lot of cool categories. So I kind of narrowed it down. So for the needlework and sewing, well, I narrowed it down for some of this. So for my needlework and sewing, which is going to be my crochet, I have the stuffed animal / toy with pattern and stuffed animal / toy original design. Those are two different categories. And they have like little like letter and number assignments to them. So I wrote those down too. No glued items. I wrote that down so that I don't forget. It's specifically for the crochet category. Well, I think it's specifically for the needlework and sewing department categories. But like the other categories don't have that rule. So if I want to glue for like holiday corner, I can. And then for dolls, I have two also. I have bears and, or bears and dressed bears. And for dressed bears, I actually have the, and those are both for made by contestant. They actually have two different options. They have like purchased by contestant and made by contestant options. I'm going to enter my sweater bear that I made in the dressed bears. And then bears, I am going to keep working. I'm currently working on a bear. I don't know if that'll be the one I enter though. So I have an idea of kind of what I want to enter for the crochet bear. I want to do like a really like stereotypical kind of teddy design. So I might do that. Like I've just been wanting to make one of those in general, not necessarily for the contest. So, I just got a headache like instantly. That's what I'm thinking I'll do for that. And then, for my fifth one, I'm thinking holiday corner, Christmas section. They have a category for Santa Claus stuffed. And I was thinking to enter my Santa gnome in that one. So I do have a little bit of stuff that's already done. So the categories that I was like somewhat tossing around, I went through first and I highlighted the ones that I was like the most interested in. And then I went back through and I crossed out the ones that I was like, okay, I don't think I'm going to enter these ones. Like, I don't think I really have any interest in these ones. So the ones that I highlighted was Santa Claus stuffed in the Christmas section. In miscellaneous, I highlighted Valentine's Day decoration and wreaths, any material, any holiday theme. And then for Halloween, I highlighted table decoration. Those were the categories that I thought I would probably have the most interest in out of these. And like, I crossed out, basically I wanted to really narrow it down with crossing out things that I decided I wasn't interested in this time around. So that only left me with a few things. Oh, sorry. I left myself with Christmas door decoration, Christmas tree, handmade of felt, lace, or other fabric, not to exceed 30 inches. Christmas tree ornament, Christmas tree skirt, original design, not to exceed 42 inches. Christmas window decoration. I'm not really sure what I was thinking for that. Probably like a, oh, what are those? Like one of those types of things. Like a pennant or something, you know, like there's a word for what I'm trying to think of. Whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about, I hope. Like this gnome thing I have back here. Handmade figures, 3 pieces maximum, not to exceed 17 inches. I'm not 100% sure what that would be, but I'm assuming probably like if I wanted to crochet, oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so sorry. If I wanted to crochet, like the wise men or something. Decorated wearing apparel. That would probably be like the ugly Christmas sweaters I made last year. Mantle cover or decoration and Christmas table decoration. And then, of course, the Santa Claus. And then for miscellaneous, there was any patriotic decoration, Cinco de Mayo decoration, Easter, Independence Day. These are all decoration. I just stopped saying decoration. Mardi Gras, New Year pillow, or no, New Year, and then pillow is a different category, or different category. St. Patrick's Day decoration, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, like I said, that was the one that I highlighted. Wreaths, I highlighted, and then gourds is the last one in that one that I thought I might be interested in. For Halloween, I have costumes, child's up to size 6, pillow again, table decoration is the one I have highlighted, and wall decoration, no wreaths, miscellaneous, no wreaths, because they have a wreath category. So that is what I've got planned for that, or what I'm thinking for that. For the crochet categories, I went through and crossed out most of the, well, I crossed out all of the stuff that wasn't crochet under the needlework and sewing department. So the ones that I have other than stuffed animal toy pattern and stuffed animal toy original design that I could do that I thought I might be interested in possibly, or at least a little bit, was toddler dress, sweater, hat. I put a question mark next to because I'm like, I could like that one was like an almost highlight. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but like I'm more inclined towards it than some of the other ones. Apparel that does not fit into another category. Pillow, I put a question mark next to. I just got all of those kawaii pillow, kawaii cuddler patterns. So it's like I could definitely do one of those for the pillow category. Vest, original design, any article, neck scarf or infinity neck scarf, baby dress. Oh, okay, I was like, why is it in there twice? But the other one was toddler dress. Recycled / reused. I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't know if they think, or if they're meaning like take the yarn out of something else and make something. And I got like this image in my head, which, like I said, I don't know what they mean by recycled / reused. Oh, you know what? I bet I just realized it's probably like using plastic bags. How some people like crochet with plastic bags and stuff like that. In my head, I was thinking of like an art piece of like a sweater that you like bought, or like an old sweater or something that was like half unraveled, still being unraveled, and then there being like a thread of the yarn that leads into a project you're working on. So like you were crocheting out of the project and into the next project. And I was like thinking of it in like a display case of that. And I'm like, yeah, that would be like a statement for like recycling. Or reusing crochet or yarn. But yeah, I think I overthought that a little bit. And then what else was there? Pillow doll, which also, oh yeah, pillow doll was what I was thinking for the kawaii cuddlers. Pillow, I was just thinking like if I did like, you know, like the mandala pattern, like a mandala pattern or something, and I turned it into a pillow. And I put a question mark next to that one also. Hat with brim and any article of crochet not mentioned above. So those are the ones that I'm like, you know, somewhat tossing around. I still have one more category or one more entry because I can have up to 6 and I planned on doing all 6. I still have one more entry that I have not decided what I'm going to do at all. And some of these may get changed around. The only 2 that I actually already know what I'm going to enter for is bears, the dressed bears. I'm going to enter the sweater bear, and holiday corner, Christmas, Santa Claus stuffed. I'm going to enter the Santa gnome. The other ones are just ideas. So the stuffed animal or toy with pattern and the stuffed animal or toy with original design, I'm definitely going to enter those ones too, because that's like what I do. That's like my main things that I like to do. But I have not come up with what I'm going to enter for those yet. I'm probably going to start going through my patterns and stuff and coming up with ideas. And for original design, I'll probably look through the things that I've made, you know, with my own original designs and pick one of those to enter. But I do still have a little bit of time. So if I wanted to come up with something totally new, I still have time to do that. And then I need to make a bear, a naked bear. But other than that, I don't know what I'm thinking for my last one. Like I said, I did highlight some that, that I would be interested in. But the ones I highlighted are mostly already on here. So, yeah, so I'm just torn about it because, okay, this is also the thing, and this is kind of like, I guess, a little bit like a selfish sort of thing, or maybe like, you know, I don't know, not like the way I should be thinking of it. But there is, I think if I saw, like, I was looking at the pictures on their website and stuff, there's not like a lot of like people holding their rewards or anything. But from what I could tell from the ones I did see, it looks like they print the category on the ribbon. And I would like the ribbon to say crochet on it, for like if I do win anything. So if I enter and I win in Holiday Corner, I'm thinking it's probably gonna say like Christmas category or like Santa Claus stuffed. I'm not really sure how specific it gets. If it's like, if it's just the like overarching categories or if it's like the you know, the specific category. Which isn't a big deal, but like I kind of wanted to say crochet because like I'm testing my crochet abilities, I guess. So that's kind of like a selfish reason that I'm like kind of want them to be in the crochet category. But then there's also a reason I don't want them to be in the crochet category, and that is that there is no best of show for crochet, which is another kind of selfish thing, I guess. I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's not selfish, but like probably not what I should be focusing on. But like at the same time, like I am kind of focused on trying to win the prizes or like the awards. So, because I'm like trying to compete. So if I wanted to have a chance at a best in show ribbon, then I would need to be doing that in the Holiday Corner or the dolls category. So I'm torn about what to use for my last one. But the reason I kind of broke it all down and read it all to you guys is, for one, because you guys might be interested in seeing, you know, what I've been working on and what I'm like thinking through and whatever. But also, if you guys have any ideas of which category you think I should enter for the 6th item, or ideas of like things that I've made, or like, I don't know, just whatever. I like want to hear your guys' thoughts on all of it. You guys were literally the only reason that I entered the fair last time. If you guys have been around for a while, you probably know at this point that I have extremely bad social anxiety, which is, I know, probably weird to hear if you didn't know, just because I am on here talking to you guys on a daily basis. But actually like seeing people face to face or talking on the phone or things like that where I'm put on the spot, talking to people, I have really, really, really bad anxiety. Especially with going new places, or seeing people that I've never seen before, things like that. So, I was really excited about doing the fair, but then I was really psyching myself out, about having to like go and enter and like go to this new place and talk to these people, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was, you know, overwhelmed. But you guys were really, really encouraging and really supportive, and literally like the only reason that I actually went. And I was extremely grateful and happy that I went. I was so grateful for you guys, for encouraging me, because it was a huge, like I said, a huge boost to my confidence that I could do that I went there and I entered and I talked to the people. They were all super sweet. I had no reason to be worried, per usual. But that's just not how anxiety works. It doesn't care that you have no reason to be worried. You'll find that out later afterwards, and you're like, wow, I had no reason to be worried. And then you'll worry about it all over again next time. And I know a lot of you guys can relate, at least to some varying degree. You may not have it as extreme or something, but I'm sure that everybody can kind of relate. I don't remember why I got on that tangent. Oh, right. Because I was saying I really want you guys to be involved in the process with me. It's really fun to do this together and plan it all out together. And so many of you guys were so excited for like finding out the results last year, and like excited to like see how it went and everything. And I just like really want that again. I want to have you guys involved in the process and do this together. You know, the Nomies are entering the Texas State Fair together. So, I love you guys. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you are taking care of yourself, taking time for yourself. Maybe look into a fair if you're interested in something like that. Maybe if you want a little confidence boost, or a little bit of competition to, you know, get you excited about it again. Especially if you're having, you know, like you lost your Crojo, or you're just feeling unmotivated, doing something like doing a little competition, you know, like it can really shake things up for you and give you like a boost, So even if you're an old hat or an original, an OG at crochet, you could definitely benefit from still doing fairs and stuff like that. I think that they are just such a fun thing. And I am super duper excited. I am going to go ahead and work on this, trying to figure out what I want to do for my last category. Also, I'm working on my Gnome of the Month. I have it sitting over here. This Saturday is Gnome of the Month, guys. So we need to finish up our gnomes. I've got some work to do on mine still, but I am really happy with how it's looking so far. But if you are wanting to enter Gnome of the Month, don't forget to email me. My email is in the description box below my video. But it is novagnomecreations@gmail.com, and just put Nova, or no, don't put Nova, put Gnome of the Month in the subject line of your email, and then make sure you attach your pictures to your email. But other than that, you can put any information in your email that you want to about your gnomes. The only thing I do ask is that you put what name that you would like me to credit you with when I include you in Saturday's video. So if you've made any gnomes, send them in. Like, if you are worried that it's not good enough, don't worry about it. It is good enough. We are all excited to see them. If you made it, it is good enough. And I am really excited. Saturday, our last Saturday of the month is always our Gnome of the Month reveal, where I show you guys my finished gnome and how it came out, and I show you all of the gnomes you guys have been working on. And it is literally, I think, my favorite video of the month, because it's like a really awesome parade of gnomes, and everybody does such different stuff. Like, everybody is so creative in different ways and has different ideas and different interpretations. Even if it's the same pattern, they don't do it the same way. It's just so fun to see everybody's take on a gnome that month, or even if they make more than one, which, by the way, you are allowed to send in as many as you want. So if you make a whole bunch of gnomes, feel free to send them all in. Alright guys, I have a headache, so I am going to see if I can find something to take for this headache. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Oh look, it's Lincoln. Link is saying hi to my gnomies. I know a lot of you guys love Lincoln. What is he doing? Oh, you're getting into stuff. Link, what are you doing? He doesn't normally get over here, but Yuri likes to climb up onto my bags that hang on this door over here, which I'm sure you guys have noticed. Yes, I have like a giant accumulation of bags. This is like all of my project bags, my purses, scarves. Like, it's way too much stuff. That's a fanny pack. Those like holographic looking bags are fanny packs. I love my holographic fanny packs. Lincoln, what are you doing? I think he's interested because she keeps climbing up there onto the bags. Like, she climbs like way up onto here. You guys see my new gnome bag? Alright guys, but for real, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys!